Neil, how are you fixed this weekend then for a squad?
Well, Dave Gray's, he's back in contention. Lennon is in contention. We have a couple of issues with back injuries in terms of McLaren, Bartley. Obviously, Ayapong, Hyman, they're out. So it's sort of like revolving door, one in, one out, you know. So it's frustrating, and we're on a frustrating run, obviously, as well. But we're looking forward to the game against stiff opposition and hopefully getting back to, you know, being competitive. There was a lot of good things in the game last week. We just didn't manage the game as well as we could have done at times, and that'll come. We've got a big month now, which we're hoping to get our teeth into.
When you speak about momentum, Neil, when teams are winning games on a regular basis, but when you're not, that can also have a negative effect.
Of course.
How have you coped with that, and how have you managed to try and deflect away from any negativity, as much negativity as possible?
Well, you can't be too hard on the players because, you know, the effort's there, which you'd expect anyway. It's just the quality at times. That comes with, you know, a slight dip in form or a slight dip in confidence. I don't like it, but I'm not going to harm them for it if I see that they're trying to do the right things. Where, you know, I like to be up in and around it. I like us to play free-flowing football, but that's not been the case of late because just a few, I can't use excuses, we've had a few injuries obviously, but our players have just suffered a dip in form a little bit, and a little bit of confidence as well. It's like everything else, it takes time, it'll come back, and when we do, we hopefully go on a run again that we're capable of getting in amongst it again. We're not a million miles away, but there's no doubt the changes that were made over the summer. We lost some really good players who were very difficult to replace.
Has it surprised you, the dip in form after the way you started the season and the results that you were picking up and sitting so high up in the league? Has it surprised you to dip in form, maybe lose a bit of the goal scoring touch as well?
It can happen. You know, nothing surprises you in the game anymore, so we just got to work through it, and we've analysed it. Again, you don't want to overdo it. You don't get the players to overthink things. They've got to be free, and I'll take the responsibility off them. But then when the game comes along, they've got to take the responsibility on the pitch. There's no issues, there's no falling outs. It's just a phase for a month or so that, you know, it's not been like us over the past 2-3 years. So while it's difficult and hard to take, it's the reality, and you have to accept it.
Maybe showing how difficult it is to keep improving this team when you lose.
It's impossible. It's just impossible. You know, if you take Incham, Rodgick and Brown out of the Celtic team, would they be as good? Or if you take, you know, Jack and Koulibaly and those type of players, maybe that's the wrong sort of simile to use. You know, we had a really good crop of players last year, but we knew that they would move on, and that's just the reality of where it is. It's not always going to be champagne football. I'd love it to be that way, but that's not the reality. So we have to knuckle down, enjoy what we're doing, accept the challenge that's in front of us, and take it on board. And people need to show a little bit of patience at times, because it's not always rosy in the garden. It's not.
You've got to be patient as a manager, Neil.
Yeah, and I hate it. You know me, Bright. I like being up there in the limelight. I like being in amongst it. And this is a test of my own character, which, you know, I enjoy, because you have to suffer a little bit of pain at times to improve.
Do you feel Hibs are hitting a glass ceiling in a way then, Neil, or how do you try and work around that?
Glass ceiling? Possibly. You know, how do you replace a John McGinn? We haven't got the finances or the nous to do that, so you just try and bring other players on like a Malin, develop them, and in the meantime try and, you know, keep performances and results the right way. It's frustrating because we've hit a plateau. There's no question of that, and that was always going to happen because the rise of the club over the past couple of years has been very much an upward spiral. However, we've still got some quality players here. We've got international players here. We've got entertaining players here. We've got young players here. So it all encompasses the work that you have to do with them on and off the training ground.
Given that the league's so tight as well,
yeah.
Does that make it easier or worse at the minute with in terms of the way the form's going on with what you were saying?
It makes it frustrating. you know, that's what I feel at the minute, frustration more than anything else. Not anger or disappointment here and there, obviously, but frustration more than anything else, because maybe we've missed a couple of opportunities to be in amongst it. But it's 25 games to go of the season. It's a long, long way to go.
The next one's against Kilmarnock, a team that you've got a very good record against since Steve Clark came in, despite all the positivity about him. How tough do you see this one?
Tough. You know, good team, the strong team, difficult to beat at home. You know, it's a tough place to go. Steve's made that Rugby Park a tough place to go. But we're looking forward to the game, we're looking forward to the challenge. And we can't afford to lose the game, otherwise we lose ground on Kilmarnock here in and around it, so it's important we take something from the game.
Is it fair to say don't expect a 0-0 between these two teams?
Well, that's been the case over the past. I don't think it'll be a classic, you know, with the weather and the pitch, and but it'll be competitive for sure, and there may be chances both ends. But the games we played against Kilmarnock, between myself and Steve, have been absolutely classics. They've been brilliant games. You know, the one at Easter Road early in the season was a great game, quality goals. 5-3 last year, 2-2 was a great game. So, whilst we've had the upper hand, the records are there to be broken, so we've got to be very mindful of that.
Yeah, well, no, you spoke about a few times about how tough December was going to be. You're almost here now. But do you think in a kind of strange way that might help you get some momentum back, because it's been stop-start, just the games and then the players coming in and out as well?
No, it's a good point. I think whilst it's going to take its toll on the squad and the players, I think we need it now. I think we need running games, because we haven't had that. It's been very stop-start, as you say, and that's been a source of frustration as well. So we've got to look forward to it, take it game by game. I know it's an old cliche, but we're not looking at. We've done a lot of work this week on Kilmarnock and on ourselves, and it's a good challenge for us, a real good game to get our teeth into. Like I say, you know, we could have won at Aberdeen, we could have won last week. We're just not getting over the line, and we need to turn the fine margins into positives rather than negatives.
Do you just one win away, Neil, do you think, from starting on?
No, I wouldn't say one win, but I think we're one win away from getting the confidence back and the flow back, you know. And like I say, the performances haven't been as, they were free flowing at the start, maybe not so much now. I thought we played really well at Celtic, particularly second half. I thought we had a good point at Hearts. We were poor against St Johnstone. Thought we could have got something at Aberdeen, but not being brilliant, you know. And last week we were in patches very good and in patches poor. So that's where, you know, we're inconsistent at the minute with our performances, and we need to change that.
And as a manager, are you still trying to find your best?
Yes.
Neil out of this squad that you have?
It's very difficult to do, because it's been, you've had Dave out, you've had Paul out, you've had Hangman out, you've had Canberra out for a while, you've had McLaren out, so it's been very difficult to find that sort of continuity or flow. Or every week we're picking a team on a Friday, doing this, doing that, moving it around. But we've done a lot of work today, so we know what we're going into the game with.
You talked about sort of trying to get that confidence back. Do you feel that maybe some of the heads have gone down in the squad since the downturn?
Well, that's natural. You know, it just comes with results and maybe a little bit of criticism from outside, and the expectation that they're having to deal with what they've achieved over the past couple of years. So I wouldn't say confidence it's a crisis or anything, or a crisis in confidence. I think looking at them today, they looked off in good form. They're a good bunch, but they're still relatively inexperienced. Like I say, I think we missed some inspirational players, and we're looking to find some new ones. So it's time for them to step up and create their own sort of legend at the club now. That's what we're looking for.
What do you do as a head coach to try and keep the players taking over when you are going through a tough period?
Take them out and get them bladdered. No, I'm joking.
We'll edit that out. Maybe not.
Yeah. Just keep them upbeat, you know, keep reminding them of how good they are. We showed them a lot of good stuff from the game at the weekend as well. So it's, some can be a little bit sensitive. I get that. You know, they're not all sort of built like the way we were back in the day, and you just have to cajole them as much as you can. Still go after them a little bit as well. There has to be a balance, obviously, and you know, keep your standards high. But you know, every now and again they need an arm around them, and I'm willing to do that now and again. I'm not their mate though.
Any other ins and outs, Neil, for this one?
Ollie Shaw's back. He missed last week with a groin strain, so he's back in the squad as well.
How's your darts?
I used to play quite regular on a Sunday afternoon and was alright at it, but I haven't played for a long time, so I might need to get the hockey out and get my shirt back on. I don't know what my nickname is yet, but I'm sure they've got one lined up for me.
Are you looking forward to this event? Is there any side bets on amongst the players?
Yeah, there will be. It'll be great to see Gary Anderson as well. That'd be brilliant. I'm a big fan of his. I love the way he plays, and he's class. So yeah, it'd be something a bit different, and again, some of the players to look forward to. But in the meantime, I've not given it much thought. We got a big week coming up, and it's important we get back to winning ways.